Mom, I'm here.
Oh, Mom! Look at your boobs. Last time I saw you, you looked like a little boy.
I thought the services were lovely.
Give it. Nobody talked about the good stuff.
Hello, welcome to What the Flick. Christy and Alonso. We're playing a little bit of catch-up with August Osage County, which stars every important actor known to mankind. Please take it away.
Okay, so it's based on Tracy Letts's Tony and Pulitzer Prize-winning play. It's about a dysfunctional Oklahoma family of intellectuals, but they act like crazy people, who get together after the disappearance of the patriarch, played by Chris Cooper. Mom pops pills, and she's played by Meryl Streep. Her daughters, Juliette Nicholson.
Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard is the dad.
Patriarch.
Oh, sorry, Chris Cooper plays the uncle. Yeah. Sorry, Sam Shepard is the patriarch.
Martindale's husband.
Yes,
Cooper.
right.
It's
okay.
It's
all good. Everybody's in this damn movie.
It's a huge movie.
Take a look.
She takes pills, Valium, Vicodin, Xanax.
That stunt she pulled. She smuggled a bottle of Darvazet in her.
You want to search me?
No.
Bill, where are you living now?
Beg your pardon?
You and Barbara separated, right? Is there a younger woman involved? Well, see, odds are against you there, babe.
Mom believes women don't grow more attractive with age.
I disagree.
And it's not really a matter of opinion, Karen, dear. You've only just started to prove it yourself.
That's pleasant.
This is a highfalutin soap opera. This takes itself very, very seriously, and it is a guilty, kind of trashy pleasure.
It's weird. I mean, I had not. Had either of you guys seen the play?
No. And it's 3 hours long.
Yeah,
right?
I came in completely cold, and at the end, I thought this won a Pulitzer and all the Tonys. Like I didn't.
I think what's missing is critical, clearly.
Yeah.
If you assume that this is 2/3 of the play, and less, because it's not even 2 hours long, I don't think.
Yeah, and there were intermissions. It was 3 hours long with 2 intermissions.
Right, so it is probably
stage.
2/3 of the play then, and I just think there are really big things missing that makes these characters even moderately credible. I bought 3 of them.
Who'd you buy?
Chris Cooper, and also he was the only one really to consistently show any kind of decency. And I don't mind that there could be a world of Oklahoma intellectuals who are indecent to each other on a consistent basis, but then there has to be some acknowledgement of that. Like, I mean, there were these fights between Meryl Streep, and everybody's good, because they can't not be good. These are all good actors giving good performances, but there'd be these arguments with Meryl Streep, and Julia Roberts would argue with her, and then somebody would say, you know, you guys just got to stop fighting, or can we all just, and like, but Meryl Streep was insane. Like, insane. It wasn't, I mean, it was like the mainstream media covering, you know, global warming. You know, they're like, well, the Fox says no, and these guys say, who knows? Like, no, it's happening. Like, she's crazy, she's wrong, she's to blame, she's the problem, stop pretending otherwise. And I don't know, I think there was probably, in more length, more subtlety,
more richness to these people.
Yeah, which would have added some credibility.
Beyond the shriekiness.
I've heard people disparagingly compare this to Mama's Family, and I can't say they're wrong. I mean, this is kind of cartoony at times. I thought that Streep and Roberts both were not dialed back at all by the director, John Wells, and so they felt like they were at 11 the whole time.
Yes.
And
but that can be fun. Like,
can be fun.
Your favorite line in the whole movie is?
What, Barbara, please?
No, eat the fish, bitch.
Oh, so yes, well, yeah.
That scene is kind of, I hate to use the word delicious, but it kind of is, because it's like they're wallowing in the muck and just loving it. You can tell. It's a guilty pleasure element to that.
That said, I was never bored by this movie.
No.
I mean, I was entertained by it, but there were times I felt like I was being entertained for the wrong reasons. Like it was, like he had accidentally made a camp classic out of this sort of serious play.
He meant for this all to matter and to be searing.
I think so.
And it's
and it just comes off as sort of broad and cartoonish. I always love Margot Martindale.
She's always great.
She's great, and she has a real sort of
the Americans,
center.
Get ready for it.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah.
She has a real sort of an actual center, and Chris Cooper, I agree.
Yeah.
Julia Lewis is terrific.
Benedict Cumberbatch. We haven't said his name yet.
I gotta think Benedict Cumberbatch has scenes on the cutting room floor, because I can't imagine that he would sign on for this with so little to do.
Well, he is sort of one note, right? I mean, he's dismissed as, what is he? Little Tom, Little Bill,
little Freddie, little Charlie.
He's dismissed as that the entire time.
He's more plot device than character.
Right, and he is just that the whole time, and then he's meant to seem like a bit of a savior to them all, because he is the purest of heart in his.
But I didn't even know. I went from
beginning
to thinking that they had some mental issue.
He does, right? Does he not? Is he not
No,
a little slow?
No, I think by the end, no, he's not.
Apparently no, he's just
not.
quiet.
He's just quiet, right? He's just kind of quirky, but he's not.
Okay.
But
I
at the
see.
beginning, I was the first half.
In this company, he may seem
I
strange
see.
because
Right.
he's not like shrieking and tearing his hair out.
I thought it was meant to be like kind of fragile and kind of damaged, and there's something a little off with him, perhaps. Is the impression I got, and
I
everyone
don't
sort of
know.
feels sorry for him.
I guess I didn't feel like he got much to do. Ewan McGregor.
Oh, yeah, Ewan McGregor's in this.
always when he's playing an American character, like strips his personality away. You know, remember Amelia, that awful Amelia Earhart movie with Hilary
Hilary
Swank.
Swank, yeah.
Like except for. I Love You, Philip Morris. I think every movie where Ewan McGregor plays an American, like the Men Who Stare at Goats, you know, you forget that he's even in it because he's such a non-entity.
But also, speaking of Cutting Room Floor, there probably was more to him and more to his whole extracurricular life than we're able to see in the
I
film.
think somebody told me that in the play you get maybe a little more.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of the play. I don't know whether, like, I mean, if you're going to do the movie, if you're going to do the play as a movie, then do the play. So
Right.
my hunch is maybe I don't know the production history, and so yeah, maybe there's a bunch of stuff left. I feel like this was. Hey, let's turn this into a movie, and we'll take some stuff out, and we'll probably grow a couple other things.
One thing I will say about turning this from theater to the screen, they don't aggressively open it up. I mean, most of the movie takes place inside the house. But I think if you're going to do that, then make the house more of this claustrophobic confine.
I think it is. It's dark.
Because those people certainly act like it is one. I mean, they've all suffered there. You know, they've all had to deal with terrible things there. I mean, yeah, to some extent. But I kept thinking, let William Friedkin direct this, because not only did he do the other two Tracy Letts
Yes.
movies, which were terrific, Bug and Killer Joe, but he also, if you go back and look at something like The Birthday Party or Boys in the Band, he films a play and just tightens it in, and everybody's sweating and they're breathing on each other, and I think more of that might have benefited this story. It might have explained the extreme behavior that we get.
And there's not, you're right, there's not a lot of tension. We should feel that tension in that house. I'm not sure that we do. I feel like there's a closeness and a darkness, and there's secrets that are being held there, but I didn't feel like on the edge of my seat tense, like what's going to happen with these people when all of their secrets explode.
There's a big reveal in this, and the I just didn't care. I didn't even react. You're like, oh.
Like, oh yeah, that.
Oh, whatever.
Why did you not care?
Because I didn't care about these people, because I didn't believe them. And if you're going to have a movie with 9 really unlikable people in it, maybe it was only 7, depending on how you're scoring it, but
or as many as 12.
Right, or as many as 12, right? Where most
Abigail
of the cast,
Breslin's not unlikable.
right, with a good solid, where 64% of the cast is pretty loathsome 100% of the time, and the one guy who seems like he might be fun to hang out with is gone in the first 7. No, it's gone in the first 7 minutes of the movie.
The drunk, yes.
Then you've got to do something else. Then there has to be a great truism about it, or you have to identify this as, well, that's my family, or we learn something about how intellectual Oklahomans interacted in the 21st century. But
something.
But what I got was like very well-written fight scenes of people who do not exist, have never existed, and will never exist.
There's no universality to it. There's no emotional connection. It's just showy, campy performances. So let's talk about the fact that Meryl Streep keeps getting all kinds of nominations for this role. Is it just because she shows up and is Meryl Streep? Is this a good performance from her? Because
I don't think so.
It's kind of screechy and kind of wacky.
I take a backseat to no one in admiring her work, but boy, yeah, this is not one of her better. It's not, I think. There was an interesting piece a couple of years ago that somebody wrote. They basically asked, why doesn't Meryl Streep work with great directors? Why is she not working with Scorsese or even like the hot, like if you look at Catherine Deneuve, she works with the hot young French filmmakers that are like still fairly new, but they're exciting and kind of revolutionary and doing interesting shit. And Meryl Streep works with like, the guy who made, Devil Wears Prada and the woman who directed Mamma Mia, like these not particularly interesting filmmakers. And I think it would be cool to see her challenge herself and get pushed a little, because this feels like a performance where I wonder if she and the director spoke.
Right, they let her just let loose and steamroll everybody, and that was the end of it. They said, oh, great.
Yeah, exactly.
Done.
Yeah, and in a way, she might even be giving a performance that would have worked on the stage.
Because she's projecting to the back row.
Yes, yes. If you're in the mezzanine, you're going to get it all. But it felt like it was too much. And Julia Roberts is certainly playing a different color than she usually gets to do on screen, but I don't know that she was all that great either.
They missed any kind of subtlety. They missed any kind of layered, any kind of layers. So I mean, yeah, I thought when Julia Roberts was being sort of shrill and unpleasant, she was very good at it. And there were a couple of moments, but that's all she did. Now, there were a couple of moments when she wasn't speaking that I thought she was pretty good. Like, I mean, there was some, you know, the trouble that she's having in her marriage with Ewan McGregor, like there was some hurt that she clearly felt. Like you thought, there's something in there. There's more there. She doesn't want to be like this. But we never really got to, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what their story is. There's a sort of a seminal, I think what's supposed to be a seminal scene where all three of the daughters are talking to the mother, and the mother is lucid in that brief moment, but I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, she's basically, Julia Roberts' character is turning into Meryl Streep's character,
right,
which is what we're supposed to get. And that's an interesting idea, and she does play some interesting facets of that. But yeah, overall, this movie just, to me, I kept thinking about things like Steel Magnolias, you know, like just these sort of big, broad, southern, wacky, you know, little quip fests. And I was thinking, this is a Pulitzer Prize winning play, and I don't, if this thing had started life as this movie and not as that play, it would not be getting the kind of acclaim that the play got.
We're all stealing from Tennessee Williams. Okay, so what are our numbers then, please? You are actually high on this.
I guess I gave it a 6 just because, again, never bored. You know, I was something was going on that I was entertained by, even when I was going, what the hell is happening here?
Way too much of one thing and nothing of anything else. 4.8.
Okay, I give it a 5.8 because I had fun too for maybe the wrong reasons, and it has some big juicy scenes. So again, it is flashy and showy and not as important as we would think it would be. Our
Maybe
average.
Jason Statham.
The 5.5 is our average. It's 61% on the tomato meter. So it's been out there for a little bit. It's going wider this week, right?
Yeah.
So find it or don't. Find it in Oklahoma.
Nobody's going to tell anybody to go see this movie.
If you're in Oklahoma,
they're going to be like, no, go.
If you're in Oklahoma, go see it. Bye.